Bro, Hollywood P reacts.
What's good, YouTube? It's your dude Hollywood P, back again for another video. Now, as always, folks, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also turn on your post notifications so that you stay up to date with all of my latest uploads. All right, guys, we're back once again with a new video. Now, this is something that you guys have been sending me, want me to talk about, want me to speak on, as far as this whole Tota death row chain that went missing in New York. Now, as you guys know, just about everybody from AMP and the Clover Boys, they've been speaking on it about this chain disappearance. Now, originally when this story came out, everybody was saying that Tota got robbed, like far as chain snatched. So everybody was like, okay, so Kaicenat got all this money, everybody connected to the streets, got all these fans out there, that somebody knows something. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody know who snatched this chain from Tota. Well, after a while, the truth kind of came out. It wasn't snatched from Tota's neck. You know what I'm saying? Even though Tota really doesn't have security or anything like that, which he can and which he should, especially if you're in like places like New York at night with a chain on it, you don't even speak English. You know what I'm saying? He's from Brazil, so you know he speaks Portuguese. But anyway, yeah, his chain was not snatched. It was stolen out of his bag. You know, and Tota, of course, he's upset and sad, and he went back to Brazil for a while. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's got a bunch of chains now. You know, Tota is financially well off. You know what I mean? Kaicenat makes sure all his people got bread. You know, from Rakai to Talil to Dez, everybody has money. You know what I'm saying? And of course, everybody from AMP, because, you know, that's Kaicenat original OG squad. Now, when it comes to the members and everything about them talking about whoever stole the chain, a lot of people was wondering why nobody was sliding. You know, why nobody was putting the word out in New York, get Tota chain back. Just like when, you know, out here in LA, that's what they do. They put the word out, they find out who got the chain. Next thing you know, an offer comes, they be like, yo, just give us 10 bands or 20 bands, you get the chain back, and everybody's like, nah, man, you can have it. Now, if it's worth 300,000, then go ahead and, you know, do what you got to do. You know, you got to weigh your options, unless you're going to take it to another little, you know, another type of situation. But that's normally how it goes. So that's why you're not hearing anything about let's get Tota's chain back, because it was just pretty much like pickpocketed. You know what I'm saying? It's not nobody that like pulled up with a blicky, put it to his neck with a ski mask on and all. It didn't happen like that. But that's how, of course, the internet, you know what I'm saying, pretty much portrays the situation of what we thinking that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? But no, Tota had his bag. You know, he, you know, took his eyes off his bag and somebody got him. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, now that everything in this world, or this economy, should I say, in the United States is bad, because like you say, EBT's cut off, the government shut down. It's a lot of people that probably doing a lot of like things they wouldn't normally do. Strange things for a little bit of change, you know what I'm saying? And that's just where we at in this country right now. So chains going missing. I mean, I think DJ Academics got stuff stole out of his bag. You know, I think they broke into the car that he was in, or I guess the SUV that his driver was supposed to be in, but his driver was in the concert with him when he should have been out watching the car. They stole his bag, which is probably was an inside job. You know what I mean? Which he said he had like a couple vlog cameras in, some stuff with footage, probably some hard drives, no jewelry, no cash and stuff like that. But it's just anybody can get caught slipping, especially when everybody that's we watching you guys on the computer. You know what I'm saying? We seeing the money, we seeing what's going on. We know what, you know, the stream numbers was going on. So when they see you out and about, they know you got something of value on you. No, they may not run up on you with a blicky, with a ski mask on, but they might try to like watch you park your car, or when you go into a restaurant with a girl, then you come out and your window shattered. You like, damn. And they done went through all your, you know, all your stuff, and they took whatever they wanted. So that's just how it is, especially now. It could be somebody that used to probably be employed. You know what I'm saying, was doing good. They saw opportunity. It's like, that's the dude that be with Kaicenat, ain't it? Yeah, man, I'm just gonna watch him. So, you know, you put your bag down, or you walk in, or you signing autographs and you got your bag on your back, that somebody just kind of walk up, unzip it, grab it, and go on about their business, and it's over with. And then you don't notice it's gone till you get back to your hotel. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes to something like that, it's nothing really nobody can really do, because it could have been somebody that ain't even really like locked into the streets like that. It couldn't have been, you know what I'm saying? When something like an armed robbery happens, it's normally somebody tied to like the street life in the gang or something. But when it's just a pickpocket, it could be like your little nephew went up there and did that. You know what I'm saying? He goes to school Monday through Friday. Like, he might not have no street connections to nothing. He just caught a lick. You know what I mean? So that's the difference. That's why it's nobody out sliding and doing all this type of street stuff, because it could have been anybody. You know what I'm saying? It could have been a person working at McDonald's or Burger King. They was like, shoot, that's Tota, man. While you busy signing autographs and showing out in front of the camera, they behind you opening up your bag and taking your chain and running off, or ducking off, or acting like a fan. It could be anybody. So it's nobody really to you know what I'm saying, to slide on if ain't nobody know who did it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we're going to check out what Talio said pretty much about this unfortunate situation and how it's making New York look bad. And I get that. You know what I mean? But the streets is hungry, man. Let's check this out.
And no funny for the niggas in New York, word of I want to take this too. For the niggas in New York that really took Tota chain out his bag, word to my mother, y'all niggas is dare niggas, bro. Like, that's a badass look on New York. Like, Tota, he has been in LA, he has been in New York. Tota has been a bunch of different places in America. And you don't have to go around with security. He be perfectly fine. You feel what I'm saying? That nigga mean no harm to anybody. So the fact that y'all niggas took a chain out his bag that y'all know meant so much to him, that niggas is really weird. It's where my mother. Like, all jokes aside, like, that was like, that's the weirdest, bro. Like, that shit dumb tight, bro.
You see what I'm saying? Like, everybody is like frustrated and upset about the situation, but nobody's really like, you know what I'm saying, trying to do anything, because it's nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it could be anybody that went up to Tota, caught him like while he was off doing something, or maybe he went to the bathroom and left his bag, because you know he's not really like locked into what's going on around him. He just kind of like enjoying this. He don't even speak English, y'all. Like, he just kind of like going off the energy and vibe. So he just happy to be in the limelight. You know what I'm saying? He's just an excited kid out of Brazil that got an opportunity supplied by Kaicenat, you know. And that's what it is. Unfortunately, that's what happens. But on the brighter things, Snoop Dogg did reach out to Tota and said that he was going to replace the chain. And Tota said he promised to put it in a safe place and, you know, never take his eye off of it ever again. You know, and that's real big of Snoop. But of course, you know, Snoop Dogg does own Death Row now. Remember, he bought that like a couple years back. Death Row Records is owned by Snoop Dogg. Now, years ago, a Death Row chain in New York might have been meant death for you, because you know when the whole East Coast and West Coast stuff was going on with Biggie versus Pac, you know, a Death Row chain in New York could have ended your life. You know what I'm saying? But now it wasn't even that. You know what I'm saying? It was just somebody took something that they knew was worth some money, probably took it straight to the pawn shop or sold it on the street for $100. You know what I'm saying? People out here hungry, man. So jewelry and fancy cars and stuff these days might not be the smartest idea because of where the economy's at. Once the economy improves, you know, things will get better. But today I went to the grocery store, man, and it was basically empty. Everything was full. Everything that I wanted in there, I got. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, they cut off EBT and nobody got no money. So everything is super stocked. Stuff gonna start going bad. Stuff gonna go on sale. I mean, hey, if you got money, the grocery store is the place to be. Trust me. But anyway, guys, I am gonna end this video here, man. You know, big up and shout out to Kaicenat, AMP, Clover Boys, Tota. You know, shout out to Snoop Dogg for replacing the chain, man, that Tota lost. But it's all good, man. You know, it all works out at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm going to end the video here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also turn on your post notifications. And as always, folks, as always, holla back at your boy. Peace.